another episode of KJ Confidential with Trey. How are you today, Trey?
I am in pain.
Oh.
Yes, I am in pain, but
good or bad?
Call me. I went out last night with my good friends. Hey, friends.
Hey.
They're still alive. And I wrecked my shit, like destroyed myself. I really did. Fell off a whole longboard, lost my drink.
Trey.
Hit on some random man. Well, he wasn't random, I guess.
Trey forgot that he was upper in age and not lower in age, okay?
But
my ass is sitting in the chair at home, reading a book, watching This Is Us with my man. Let me tell you about that show. It is good. It be jerking my eyes. Yeah, be crying.
This Is Us. I love that show. I watched the first season. Like every episode, I cried on the first season, and then like I think I got to like the third season. I cried like a baby. I got to like the third season. I'm like, I'm done crying.
I cry on every single episode.
Every last episode, I cried. Yeah, that show is ruthless.
It is. I thought Grey's Anatomy was bad, but no.
Oh my god, yeah, that show was really ruthless. Like I cried, and then I got to like third season. I was like really sick of it.
Why were you out last night?
Excuse me?
Why were you out last night?
Because I was a free, young, black, single, gay-ass man.
And LA is back open, honey. You like, don't go chasing waterfalls, okay?
We are open. I have my mask on. I have my protective,
the PPE?
Yes, that one. Protection. You know, baby got a gag.
Okay, we'll be right back, guys.
We'll be right back.
Said I want some more.
Where it was just barbecue sauce on my titty. Oh, welcome back. Confidential with Trey. Sorry, I will finish that story later.
Oh wow, it's definitely coming out of Trey, if you know what I mean.
Y'all.
Alright guys, so again, for our last 3 episodes, we have decided to really deep dive into topics that most people don't want to talk about.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You got what I'm saying. Okay, so today's episode is going to be probably a touchy episode for
a lot of people.
Yeah.
We've all been through it, so it's kind of one of those like, okay, really, let's see like how this goes. Kind of things, 'cause
so, guys, let's get real about colorism.
We all been through it.
We all been through it. Now, for the viewers out there who don't know what colorism is, I'm going to give you the definition. The definition. Okay. The definition of colorism is prejudice or discrimination against individuals with a dark skin tone, typically among people of the same ethnic or racial group. Now, Trey, I'm going to go to you, of course, for the first question because, you know, I never answer the first question, guys.
You gotta keep it with traditions, you know, catch me off guard.
Catch me outside, how about that?
Yeah.
All right, so how did your attitude about skin tone develop throughout your life, particularly your childhood?
Well, my dad was dark. Well, he still is. You know, he's still alive. Sorry, I should definitely preface that. My dad is dark skinned, and my mom, she's light skinned. So like, growing up, I always thought like, and I was always the dark skinned child in my family because I have my sister's light skin and my brother, he's orange. But I was always the darker child, and like I've always thought like, I guess I would have to, you know, date somebody light skinned or something. I would have to like, I don't know, follow my dad's footsteps because he did it and he's dark skinned and blah blah blah, and then like girls should be light skinned. It was all this weird like misconstrued things that like I was growing up with, and especially like being an army brat, and I moved every 3 years. Like I stayed in Kentucky, I was in like Georgia, Florida, and like everywhere I've lived at, things were different like, because of my skin tone. Things were to change because of my skin tone. So it was just, I don't know. Growing up, I've always had like weird issues with color and stuff. What about you?
Growing up for me, I think that we always thought that being lighter skinned was a pretty thing. At least that's what I saw around me. Sometimes, especially in school, people would be like, oh, he's burnt. Like, it wasn't until I became an adult where people actually started considering me chocolate and sexy. Like, after I left for the military, it was just like there was a newfound boost of confidence about myself because, you know, people started looking at me as a chocolate man
There was a
versus
trend.
dark skinned man. And at first I thought it was a little weird because, you know, I felt like it was a fetish thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I think at the beginning it was kind of a fetish kind of thing. It was more of a like, oh, we like dark skinned men, we love chocolate men now, blah blah, because like more actors came out and were in those kind of limelights, being really like what's his name? Idris Elba. I can name a couple other people, but I am drawing the blank. But at the same time, Tyrese
Gibson.
yes.
I think
my
that
God,
was his
yes.
last name or something like that.
It was his last name.
But even for me, because so a lot of people don't know this, but if you keep scrolling down my social media, because I do post a lot, you'll see that I actually have a twin brother. Right now, he's about your skin complexion, but growing up, I've always been about this skin complexion. He was lighter skinned, so I always felt like there was always a little bit. I always thought that he always was a little bit more attractive than me. People wanted to even when back in the day when I was actually straight. Back in the day, because I've always liked them all, you know, I love them all. I love them all, guys. I love them all. I can't help it. I just always used to get jealous of him because I always felt like he looked and always will always look better than me because of his skin complexion.
That is amazing that you said that because I felt like that same way when I was growing up too. I told you I had like a light skinned brother and like a light skinned sister, and it was one that was like, I knew I looked damn good. Don't get me wrong, I looked damn good compared to anybody in my family. I was like, I'm good.
I know that's right.
But at the same time, like, you know, you still have those little hints of insecurities of like my brother. I remember when he first got a mustache, he looked really cute with a mustache, and like it was like one of those like Chris Brown first got mustache kind of thing. He was light skinned, so it was one of those like, okay, whatever, that's adorable. And when I got my mustache, it didn't really show. So it's kind of like, I was really like, meh. Until I realized, like, I didn't really have facial hair until I got older. It was just peach fuzz. And my brother was just growing a lot faster than I was. But at the same time, I was still cute.
Until it was opposite for us. I had all the hair, he didn't.
Oh, wow.
But then still at the same time, I was just like, at an early age, I was 11 years old.
Early.
I didn't feel like a man at 11 years old, and I didn't want to look like one at 11 years old either. I didn't want all. I was very extremely hairy. But you know, we experience a lot of stuff as kids. But in a few guys, we'll come right back and we'll dive deeper into this subject in the Black community because it's a very strong subject. All right, stick around.
Bye.
Said I want some more.
Welcome back to KJ Confidential with Trey. KJ,
Yes.
we left it off in a good place, but at the same time, let's dig deeper.
Dig a little deeper. Ain't that what Cheetah Girl said?
Which Cheetah Girl said
That was One World. I don't know if you watched that.
Is that the third one?
Yeah, that was the last
I fell
one.
off. Yeah, no. I stopped watching the second one. When we went to Barcelona. And what happened in Barcelona? Keely, what happened in Barcelona? So, back to our... KJ. Is colorism about black people's self-hatred or white people's racism? Get it together. asking you first.
So, both.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't even say that it's white people's racist. You know, guys, I'm gonna bring Velma in, and he's gonna give you guys a little insight to a thing called the Willy Lynch letter. And and this is going to explain, excuse my little stuttering, y'all know I got a little impediment, okay? So this will explain question number 2, and then it will explain my answer. Go ahead and explain, Velma, for me, please.
Okay, the Willy Lynch letter was basically a guy came over. He was a slave owner in the West Indies in the early 1700s. He came over to America to basically teach the Americans how to control their slaves, because at that point in time, the slaves were still new, so they were outright, and he had to control them somehow. And he knew that his methods in the West Indies would work for his slaves, so he taught that he taught his culture and like basically what you can do to control your slaves at that meeting. And it was basically breaking down to controlling them on colorism, so pitting the light skin against the dark skin, pitting the man against the woman, pitting the child against the adults. So just basically all the things that we deal with right now, he taught that to the early slave owners in the 1700s, and it's still going on to this day.
So, I think it's both. Because we as a society of black people have created this for generations and generations and generations. Now, granted, right now, I don't know if they have slaves. They probably do have slaves somewhere in America, South America, you know, all around the fucking world. So we're not even going to pretend like they don't. Okay? So, however, I do feel like black people held on to that, and it became a stigma for us that, oh, light skin is so much better than dark skin, and so white people and other races look at that, especially because let's take for instance on the dating apps, Grindr, Jack, Tinder, all those other apps. Now I have experience. Now granted, I'm not on those apps no more because I'm blessed and highly favored and have a man.
I'm blessed too,
right?
okay? I don't have a man, but I'm blessed. I'm on the maps.
You're right. But I experienced a lot of colorism up there, especially from a lot of black people and from other races, to where, oh, you're not lighter skin, or your skin is too dark, whatever have you. So yes, black people and white people play a part in this. So what do you think?
After hearing that about that fucking Willy Lynch letter, like, of course, I'm blaming white people for everything. Like, god damn it, like, and we just fell into the trap. So, fuck white people. Like, well, especially Willy Lynch. I wish he was a real person right now in front of me. I could whoop your ass physically, but when I see that tombstone, I'm desecrating it. Bitch, like it's over. Your lineage, I'm done, girl. Like,
I want to know who your grandkids.
No, I don't need to know who your grandkids are. I swear to
talk
God.
to them.
They're probably the nicest people on earth.
They probably are. They probably
trying to hide.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like I've been through, obviously, you know, some colorist shit, some colorism, especially on apps, especially growing up as, you know, my skin tone and whatever. All I have to say is we got to break this curse. We have to break it. Let's stop putting each other against each other, like light skin, dark skin, don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
We're all black. When people see us, it's we black. I don't give a damn. You can be mixed with white too. I have cousins that can pass for white. I have cousins that can pass for white, but like as soon as you see a little kink in the hair, white people like, are you mixed with something? Like, yeah, they some Negroes with some straight hair. Let it be. So we just need to break it. Love on each other. I love my skin color. I love how pearls look really nice on me. I love how like my undertone is beautiful. I love everything about my skin tone. I love everything about your skin tone. We just need to love each other, and you know, and whoop white people's asses together, hand in hand.
I know that's right. And on that note, guys, we'll be right back with our last question.
Said I want some more.
Alright, you guys, and welcome back to KJ Confidential with with Trey.
Bam, 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 bam.
I'm pissy.
Get you every time.
All right, you guys. So our last final question for our being real about colorism, because y'all know we need to be real about it. Do you think that media has played a big part in the colorism issue in our community?
Ooh, you don't want me to answer that question.
Go ahead and answer it, Trey.
Completely. Yes, 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 yes. If you haven't heard of Tyler Perry, yes, completely. Every dark-skinned man on his damn movies has AIDS, apparently, or is abusive to women. And she ends up finding love in some light-skinned man with some weird cornrows that were not originally his. So, yes, the media plays a lot into, like, what's good, what's bad, dark-skinned men bad, blah, blah. Light-skinned men good, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like one prime example. I have a couple more examples of how, like, watching, and seeing all these Jamaicans now, well, not now, back in the day still, they were still trying to make themselves lighter, have that, like, lighting cream and, like, all that stuff. I don't know. And when celebrities get, like Nicki Minaj and all that stuff, and I think it's just their face clearing up, like, Charlemagne or whatever. I feel like,
Not Charlemagne the guy?
Yes, I feel like his face was just clearing up. Everybody's saying that he had like some light powder on him, or like not like something light in his skin, the lotion that lightened his skin or whatever. And I think his face was just clearing up. Like same as Nicki Minaj too. Like I think people's faces are clearing up. Hopefully they're not bleaching their skin, because girl, why would you do that? Unless you're trying to even out some skin tones. I can't say don't bleach your skin, because sometimes you have to even out some skin tones.
Or you could just go to the tanning bed. Okay, sometimes you just don't got to be light skinned, okay?
Yeah, it's not cute. Some of y'all look like corpses, but I'm not going to say anything.
Right, okay, so.
What about you, KJ?
I think that media plays a big part in colorism when it comes to black people. Because there were, at one point in time, there was not a lot of dark-skinned people that you saw on TV. If they were black, it was more of a fair skin. Even with guys, light-skinned guys have always been put on a pedestal, more so than darker-skinned guys in the entertainment industry. Hell, even females, I think Beyonce came out with brown-skinned girl, and Beyonce is not even, she's lighter skin, but she's not dark skin. But she gave praise to the darker skin because that has been a problem in the media for so long. I'm being so loud and I'm being so aggressive right now because I just want people to understand that a lot of doors have been closed on dark skinned people just because of the color of their fucking skin, and I don't like that at all because there's some talented people out here.
A lot of talented people. It's just crazy because, you know, in movies and stuff like that, you know, they always hire the black person, and when they hire a black person, they're light skinned with curly, like 3C hair or something, and you're just like, that's the darkest you guys can get? Like, okay, I guess. Like, that's representing all of us so far, I guess, you know, whatever. But I'm glad it's changing now. Like, it's changing a lot. I've seen a lot of shows with multiple beautiful dark-skinned people. I've been watching the Black Lady Sketch Show. That is the funniest shit I've ever seen. Have you seen that? Man, if y'all seen it, the Cut Up Crew. What? The Cut Up Crew. The Cut Up Crew. Like, I love that shit. That shit is everything.
I like watching This Is
Robert
Us.
D, hire me.
Really? So we hiring people. Y'all hire. Come on, let's hire us fair skin brothers.
Come on, okay? We could be two dope kings.
It's Steve.
That's a cute podcast.
But no, I liked watching This Is Us because there was a dark-skinned guy that was portrayed on TV, and he's not like
Sterling K. Brown's fine ass.
a charade.
Sorry, just, every time I see that man on TV, I'm just like, what are you gonna do?
I am weak. You hear me?
That's a fine ass man. I don't care.
He is very handsome, but it just made me feel good because I was just like, you know, man, we could do it. We could be the film directors that we want to be and still be in front of camera. I mean, clearly, you have two black hosts sitting right here, dark skin. We doing the damn thing. I like to say that we're doing pretty good on this show.
Really good, actually.
Hello, somebody. Hello. All right, and on that note, we'll be right back.
Bye.
Said I want some more.
All right, you guys, and welcome back. And that was the episode.
Woo! My
First of
God.
all, y'all cannot see that, but
What
there
you
was
just
so
do?
much spit coming
You
out of my
spit
mouth
in
just
there
now.
like a cobra, bitch. I am here for it.
I felt like Keely Williams a little bit.
Oh my God, she was brought up again.
We bring her publicity, honey, okay?
That's right, Keely. I'm getting a little tired. You're broken. Promise this.
Hey, you know
That's
what.
my song. I had a list. I could do that. I had one. For
I like her.
She's
I don't have a problem with
adorable.
Keely. I love a little list.
I love
It's
a little
cute.
list. I'm part of a little list. She has a baby.
Yes.
Okay.
I like, she is, look, it's no shade. I'm not being shady. I'm really not, people. I
love
really
this.
like her.
I love this that you just have this love for Keely.
I like all three of W, Adrian, Naturi, and Keely.
Okay.
And I'm glad that all of them are doing rightfully so whatever
Right.
they need to be
Doing great.
doing.
I'm a fan of it.
Mhm.
So let's wrap this up real quick. I want to say real quick, I love my skin tone.
Mhm.
I grew up maybe like questioning it a couple of times, but at the end of the day, when I got to high school, well, not even high school, it was like middle school, I was like, this is the color I got, I'm gonna make it do what it do, and I learned to love it, because like, we didn't have that representation before, so I've learned to love it myself, and I hopefully, like now kids today can say to themselves, I love this fucking shit, this is amazing, I love being black, it might be dangerous, but I love being black.
Hey, listen. And on that note, I'm gonna say, I struggled with my skin tone a lot growing up because people always call me burnt.
Tar baby, I was called all
Yes.
kinds of
Mhm. But as I got older, I learned to embrace that melanin boy that I am, because at the end of the day, as RuPaul would say, even though I am still new to the whole gay scene, I'm trying to get into RuPaul. I haven't really seen RuPaul any of that
We all
yet.
love RuPaul.
So, as my good juju RuPaul would say, if you can't love yourself, how the hell you gonna love somebody else?
To the moon.
I like that. I like that.
Oh,
Yes.
take
So
me away.
I like that advice. So if I can't love myself, then I can't love nobody else. And
That
I
is good.
love every single flaw and skin tone, hair, speck, everything about me. All right. And on that note, you guys, thank you for watching. Peace.
Cheers to Black Boy Joy.
Blessings.
Melanin Boys.
And love for the boys. Melanin boys, okay? We brown skin boys. Bye, you guys.
Said I want some